Of the Great War of the Ring, many songs have been sung and many tales told. The names of heroes like Gandalf the Grey, Aragorn the King, and Frodo the Ring-Bearer are greatly revered, and rightly so. Yet Sauron's grasp stretched much further than the lands of Gondor and Rohan alone, and his forces might have done great evil in the north of Middle-earth, had a handful of heroes not stood in his path. Their stories, too, deserve to be told. Pay heed now to one such tale, which begins here in the town of Bree, just a few short days before Frodo arrived on his quest.
Aragorn.
Eredon, well met. And in company with Andriel of Rivendell and Farin of Erebor. An unlikely trio to find walking through the doors of the Prancing Pony. You were at Sarn Ford last I knew. Do you bear news from Halbarad?
Yes. Grim news.
I feared it would be so. Quickly, tell me what has happened, but keep your voices low. There are unfriendly ears, even here in Bree.
3 days passed. The guard at Sarn Ford was attacked by 9 Black Riders.
Stand fast, Rangers!
We were overwhelmed, and the enemy passed into the Shire.
This is worse than I imagined. I know these riders. It is from Mordor they come. Our folk had not hoped to stand against the 9 together. How bad were our losses?
Very bad. We tried to resist them, but they were surrounded by an aura of unnatural dread.
There is more you should know. After the rout, one of the Black Riders met with an ally, a man of great malice and power.
As our master commanded, I have stirred up the orcs of the mountains. Even now I have a force gathering amid the ruins of Old Fornost.
Return at once and prepare your forces. We will have need of them soon.
My orcs will be ready. These lands have known peace for too long. They will soon feel the Dark Lord's wrath.
If this Agandaur has a force at Fornost, then our position grows all the more desperate.
But why all this force against the peaceful halflings? It can't be the enemy sees them as a threat.
I will say this much. There is a hobbit of the Shire who should be coming this way with a great burden. If it falls into the hands of the enemy, it will mean doom for us all. Now this hobbit is adrift on the road with enemies all around. I must find him before they do. And I need you to help me keep him safe.
You are my chieftain. I will gladly do whatever you command.
I'm a part of this now as well.
Then we 3 are of one mind. How can we aid you?
We must reduce the threat from the enemies gathered at Fornost. Travel there and do whatever you can to keep the enemy's eye turned towards you and away from the Shire.
Perhaps we will have help in this task. Eladan and Elrohir were in the north when last I heard. Any gathering of the enemy is certain to attract their attention.
Good. You could find no better allies than the sons of Elrond half-elven.
I hope we meet. But with or without help, the enemy will be kept busy. We'll make sure of that.
Fala pessoal, aqui é o Hugo, tudo bem com vocês? Vamos começar aqui então uma saga, né, do War in the North, Guerra no Norte. E, cara, é um jogo muito bom. Ele é antigo já. Acho que ele é de 2011, talvez até antes. E infelizmente não se consegue mais encontrar ele. Não. O que que aconteceu? Até tem que dar uma pesquisada para descobrir que esse jogo ele não vende mais, né? Vende em nenhuma plataforma. Aí só quem já tinha ele a princípio, né? Seja em DVD ou na Steam ou algo assim. Foi alguma treta de direito autoral, provavelmente. Ele é um jogo muito bacana, tem uma lore muito boa. Ele dava pra jogar até 3 pessoas, porém, né, ele tem alguns bugzinhos, né? Mas à medida que a gente for jogando, vou comentando. E ele é bem bonito pra época, textura boa também. Tem bastante conversa, tem algumas side quests também. Ele tem alguns bugzinhos assim na questão da movimentação, né? Mas eu acho que é coisas que na época não eram muito comuns, né? Tá.
I'd like to ask you a few questions, Aragorn.
Shh. Here in Bree, there is no Aragorn. Only Strider the Ranger.
What about this man who met with the Black Riders? This Agendour. What do you make of him?
Some servant of the Dark Lord, and by his name one to be feared. His presence in the North bodes ill for us all, but I'm glad you discovered it. At least now we are forewarned.
É uma pena, né? Esse jogo, não sei se ele dá possibilidade de mods, mas o único que eu encontrei foi um mod que dá uma melhoradinha assim nas texturas, né? Seria bacana se se eles tivessem feito algum outro mod. E até alguma DLC pra ele, né?
Those things that attacked us at Sarn Ford, those Black Riders, I've never seen anything like them before. What are they?
Do you not know them? There are whispered tales and legends enough that tell of them. They are the Nine, the Ring Wraiths. Of all the servants of the enemy, they are the most feared.
This Agendour, he was no wraith. He seemed like a man. One filled with dark power, maybe, but a man all the same. But what kind of man would serve the Dark Lord?
Not all the Dark Lord's servants are wraiths and orcs. There have been and still are many men, warriors and kings that walk alive under the sun, and yet are under his sway, willing or unwilling.
Tell me about this place, Fornost.
Fornost was once a great city, the capital of the Dunedain kingdom of Arnor. It fell to the Witch King long ago. The men of Gondor and the elves formed an alliance that drove the Witch King out, but Fornost was never rebuilt. The ruins remain a place of dread for many. The men of Bree call it Dead Man's Dyke and fear to go near. It is a perfect place for our enemies to gather in secret.
Well, it's a secret no more. We'll go to Fornost and take the fight to them.
You should be on your way to Fornost. The fate of Middle-earth may depend upon drawing the enemy's attention away from here.
Why hide your true name? Surely it's a name to be proud of.
The Dark Lord in Mordor would not be pleased to know that Isildur's heir still lives. The time is not right for Aragorn, son of Arathorn, to stand revealed to the world. For now, I am simply Strider.
All right, Strider it is. So, what are you gonna do now?
I will continue the search for the Hobbit I spoke of. I've already scoured the road between here and the Shire, but found no trace of him. I fear he may have left the road, perhaps to escape pursuit. My hope now is that he will make his way here to Bree, the only safe haven for many miles. But if he does not appear soon, I will take to the road again in search of him. Should the enemy at Fornost join in the hunt, well, you understand just how grim our chances will become. I need you to prevent that. Go to Fornost. Take the fight to them.
All right. Best of luck to you, Strider.
Dá pra fazer uma leve customização também na aparência, né? Mas é coisa bem de leve. Uma coisa que faz falta é não poder customizar os outros personagens que ficam aqui como IA, né? Felizmente não dá. Dá pra passar item pra eles, mas no momento que tu passa o item eles equipam um pouquinho, logo mais daí já sai. Felizmente. Eles, à medida que tu vai avançando, eles vão tocando de equipamento sozinho. Mas tinha que ter a opção de ou trocar de um pra outro, ou pelo menos acessar o inventário, né?
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Got my head in the clouds, I guess.
What you've got is this look of someone with a lot on their mind. Troubles?
Oh, no, it's no trouble. Not really. It's more like, well, I'm in love.
Os dubladores ficaram muito bem escolhidos para os personagens, muito bem mesmo. Bah, acertaram demais.
Oh, that sounds like trouble to me. Who is the lucky woman?
It's Idona Bellflower, my childhood sweetheart. I always thought we were meant for each other, but her father doesn't like my prospects. He's arranging a match with the blacksmith, Elman Brushwood.
A man with a trade, that's a good match. But how about the lass? Does she love you?
That's just it. I'm not sure. I always told her how much I loved her when we were children. It was all a game back then. Then we got older and it got so much harder to say.
Well, that won't do. You'd best tell her now, or you'll wish you had later.
I want to tell her. I do. Look, this locket belonged to my mother. I want to give it to Idona as a token of my love. But the chain is broken, and Elman the blacksmith is the only one in town who can fix it. If I take it to him, he's sure to suspect something in turn.
Well then, give it to me. I'll take it to him.
Yes, that might work. Elman would never suspect a stranger like you. There's one more thing. Idona's father, he keeps a careful eye on his daughter and won't give me a moment alone with her.
Leave it to me then. I'll make sure she knows how you feel.
Wonderful! Just perfect. Take the locket to Elman at the smithy across the street. Once it's repaired, bring it to Idona and tell her I love her, and that I'll do everything in my power to make her happy every day we are together.
All right, all right. I'll tell her. Don't you fear.
And just one more thing. After you talk to her, could you come back and tell me what she said? One way or another, I have to know.
Don't fret. I'll bring you word once I've spoken with the lass.
Hello, Master Dwarf. Just come in from the Blue Mountains or the Iron Hills, have you? I'm sure you've had a long trip, and you'll be wanting a good meal and a nice bed. We get many a travelling dwarf here in the Prancing Pony, but I don't think I've seen you before. But don't mind me. I'm forgetting that dwarves like to keep their business to themselves. What can I do for you, then?
Tell me about your inn.
The Prancing Pony's been in my family for generations. I can't rightly say how long, it goes that far back. I'm told there's been an inn on this spot nearly as long as there's been a town.
Tell me about Bree.
Oh, Bree is an old place. Been here for ages and ages. This is the only place in the world you'll find hobbits and men living side by side. We used to see a lot of travellers coming through Bree. Not so much nowadays, but I still get customers enough to keep me busy.
What news do travelers bring lately?
Lately, the talk's mostly about trouble away to the south. Seems like there may be war or some other calamity brewing down there. Folks have been coming up the Greenway, or the old road from the south, looking for a place to find some peace.
Are they settling here in the Bree lands?
Well, no. It's not that we aren't sympathetic to their troubles. It's just that Bree belongs to Bree folk. We can't take in a lot of outsiders. And the truth is, I don't like the look of a lot of these newcomers. Some of them have mischief on their minds.
Thanks. Farewell.
Agora vamos extorquir hobbitzinho.
What have we here? A stranger in town. A stranger's just what I'm looking for. Interested in a little harmless pastime? It's time to make some money from it.
Pastime? What sort of pastime?
Why, nothing more than a simple game of riddles is all. I love a good game of riddles. But everyone in town has already heard all I know. I reckon I could stump you, though.
Você falou dinheiro? Parece pica-pau.
You said something about money.
It's simple. You stake some money and I ask you a riddle. If you give the right answer quick enough, I'll double your money. If you're wrong, the coins go to me. What do you say?
All right. Ask your riddle.
First, you have to put up your money. How much do you care to wager? Remember, you stand to double it if your wits are quick enough. That's a good deal of money. But nobody gets the better of old Tedder Hedgerow when it comes to riddles. It's a wager. Now, remember, you'll have to answer quick. I won't give you forever with that kind of money at stake. Are you ready?
Yes, let me hear your riddle.
What is it that you must keep after giving it to someone else? No, that's not the answer. Looks like I'm the richer. Nobody beats a Bree hobbit for spinning out a real tough riddle.
Essa foi difícil.
All right, you win. Now how about a second chance?
All right, if you think your purse can stand it. How much do you want to wager this time? That's a good deal of money. But nobody gets the better of old Tedder Hedgerow when it comes to riddles. It's a wager. Now, remember, you'll have to answer quick. I won't give you forever with that kind of money at stake. Are you ready?
Yes, let me hear your riddle.
What is it that's so fragile, even saying its name can break it? Oh, right you are. You're a smart one. Give me a chance to win it back, eh? What do you say to double or nothing on another try?
Double or nothing it is. Let's hear it.
The more of these you take, the more you leave behind. What are they? Oh, correct. You've a cunning mind, no mistake. Go again, double or nothing?
Once more, then.
Always running, never walking. Often murmuring, never talking. Has a bed, but never sleeps. Has a mouth, but never eats. What is it? That's the answer. I've been too easy on you, it seems. Go double or nothing and I'll stomp you this time for sure.
Once more, then.
What belongs to you that others use more than you do?
Sua cama, anão corno.
Oh, right by thunder. I can't get anything by you. Give me one last chance. Double or nothing once again.
Tá, vamos parar de extorquir o halflingzinho. Se bem que às vezes eu comecei mal, as outras vezes eu comecei bem.
Oh no, these coins are mine now, and so they'll stay. Thanks and farewell.
Deixa eu ver aqui como é que foi. Nossa senhora, acho que começa com 180, tá com 600. Começa com 400. Não, bom, não lembro. Tá bom, deu um lucro bom.
Welcome to Bree. You're a stranger around here. May I ask you a few questions?
Depends. Who's asking?
My name's Otto Astor, and Bree is my home. I'm worried about the future of the town. That's what I wish to speak to you about.
What's on your mind?
We hear a lot of talk from travelers these days. Most of them speak of war and of a growing shadow in the east. The townsfolk just dismiss this, say it's far away and doesn't concern us, but I'm not so sure. You've traveled, maybe seen a few things. What's your opinion? Should we be worried?
There's plenty to worry about. But there are still a few strong arms and stout hearts standing between you and danger.
I know we have our defenders, but I fear they are too few. It's time this town took some hand in its own defense.
You have the right of it. Anybody else here feel that way?
Very few. Most seem to feel that bad things could never happen here. I'm afraid I'll have to act alone for now.
What do you intend to do?
I'd like to arrange for arming the town. We'll need more than pitchforks if we're forced to defend ourselves. I tried to convince a dwarven merchant to bring us weapons, but he refused.
Maybe I should talk to him. Dwarf to dwarf.
It's worth a try. His name is Groff. He's selling his wares from a market stall down the street. You might still find him there.
I'll let you know what he has to say.
Well, well, a dwarf in me shop. I am surprised. I've often seen your folk looking down their noses at me work. But you dwarves do know your business when it comes to shaping metal. What can I do for you? Got a pony that's thrown a shoe, perhaps?
I'm sorry if my folk seem critical of your work, but smithcraft is in our blood. We can be a bit too proud of our skills sometimes.
Not much is certain, but I'll admit there's no one knows their way around an hammer and anvil like a dwarf. No, sir. There's a hobbit here in town, Adelgar Oldbank, who sometimes trades with the dwarves who pass through. Fine work it is. Fine work.
This locket has a broken chain. Can you fix it for me?
Let's see it. Looks like something might have been made in these parts. Maybe back in me old dad's day. Wouldn't expect one of your kind to have something like this. Where'd you come by it?
I'm looking for repairs, not questions. Will you fix it or not?
No need to go all cross. I was just wondering is all. Anyway, it's a simple enough job. It'll cost you a silver penny, though. There you are. Good as new.
My thanks. Farewell, Smith.
Anão brabão, né?
Who could live in a town where it's always raining? It's depressing.
Uma coisa que ficou bem boa também, que eu acho que não tinha muito na época, é a textura mudar por conta da chuva dos cabelos, da roupa. Tá, não tá perfeito, né? Mas tá muito legal. É a questão da atenção aos detalhes, né?
You're a strong man, Bramble. You do well with us.
Sounds good, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to hurt no one. Not real bad, anyway.
You think they care about you? I say take what you want and the rest be damned. Well, what do you want, dwarf? This is a private conversation.
What was it you said about hurting people?
Well, it's just that this fellow and his friends are offering me a chance to, well, you know, be part of a gang.
Shut your mouth, Harley Bramble. You don't have to spill your guts to every sooty-bearded coal miner that comes creeping into town.
Tchau, então é muito bom, né, pra uma temática medieval. Então tá, então.
Coal miner, you best keep a civil tongue in your head, friend.
And what if I don't? What are you gonna do about it, eh? You filthy dog. Have it your way for now. But I have friends, powerful friends. You'll soon be sorry. Mark my words. This whole town will be sorry.
Now, do you want the same lesson?
Me? No, I don't. I don't even know him, really. He's a stranger here. Just come up from the south a week or two ago. I won't have anything more to do with him, I swear.
Nothing good will come from that one. What did he want?
Well, I'm not really sure. He said there'd be changes around here soon, and those smart enough to join up with his friends would end up running things.
He's up to no good. Don't listen to him, or his kind.
Aye, you're right. Folks here may not treat me the way I like all the time, but it's still my town. I shouldn't go siding with strangers.
You've got the right of it. Farewell for now.
Hello there. Always good to deal with my own kind. The name's Groff, and I hail from the Blue Mountains. I don't think I've seen you before.
Farin, at your service. My home is in Erebor, far to the east.
Erebor? The Lonely Mountain? Then you're one of King Dane's folk. I hear good things about your people's stonework, and their wealth.
Some of my kin once dwelt in your homeland. What can you tell me of it?
The Blue Mountains are prosperous enough, although we find more iron than gold. We rely on iron working for our livelihood. That's why I'm here selling tools to the Brelanders.
Picks and shovels are fine. But what about weapons? You make those as well?
Of course. We make arms and armor as fine as any in Middle-earth.
Good. I'd like you to bring some of them to Bree. These people have need of weapons.
You're pulling my beard. Weapons for these folk? They wouldn't know which end of the sword to hang on to. I might as well try selling shoes to hobbits.
Peace never lasts forever. These people need to be prepared.
Well now, if you're so eager to arm the Brelanders, how come you don't get your own folk to do it?
I would, but Erebor is too far away. There are people here who see the danger growing. They want to be prepared.
It'll take more than a few sensible folk to make it worth my time. These people are simple and peace-loving. It's plowshares they want, not swords.
So they're not warriors. Is that any reason not to give them a fighting chance if trouble comes their way?
You're right, of course. Maybe it's not such a bad idea after all. At least I'd have no competition. All right, I'll do it.
Good. You won't regret it. Safe and speedy travels to you, Groff. Oh, if these folk knew the danger that threatens them, they'd never find the courage to leave their houses.
Hello, is there something I can do for you?
I'm told you're pledged to the blacksmith. How do you feel about that match?
What? Is my betrothal a matter of such importance that total strangers wish to discuss it with me?
I have a message for you, but I need to know how you feel about the smith first.
This is all very mysterious, but if you must know, Elmwood Brushwood is a decent man who makes a good living, and he has my father's blessing.
I'm not asking about your father's feelings. I'm asking about yours.
Everyone says that in time we will grow to love one another, but Elmond does not have my heart.
Well, since that's the way of it, I have something here for you. It's from Rowley Appledore.
A gift? From Rowley? But I thought that is he... I'm sorry, it's just so unexpected. What is this gift?
His mother's locket. A pretty thing it is, too.
Oh, it's beautiful. But I don't understand. Why is he giving me this now?
Because he is in love with you, lass. He wanted me to tell you so.
Rowley loves me? Still? We were so close when we were children, but I thought he had forgotten all that.
Forgotten? Oh, no. You should see him fretting and fussing. It's almost pathetic, really.
But this is wonderful news. Wonderful. Rowley's always had my heart, always. The poor, simple, wonderful fool.
What would you like me to tell him?
Oh, please tell him I love him, and that we will find a way to be together always.
Ha! Well said, lass. I'll tell him.
Ah, welcome to my shop, Master Dwarf. Perhaps you have need of a thing or two? I have some very interesting items available. Or maybe you have something to sell. I'm always interested in dwarf-made goods.
You get a lot of dwarves passing through, do you?
Oh yes, they come through quite often, traveling between their holdings in the Blue Mountains off west and the Lonely Mountain in the east. I'm always interested in their news and anything they might have to sell.
What news do travelers bring lately?
Lately, their talk has been pretty dark. All about wars brewing and even about Mordor and all. Frightening talk to listen to, I'll admit.
And are you frightened?
Me? Heavens no. What is there in Bree that the Dark Lord would be interested in? We mind our own business and no one bothers us. That's the way it's always been.
Oops.
You're back! Did you speak to Idona? What did she say? I'm dying to know.
The lass loves you, boy. Sure as anything she does.
Wonderful, wonderful! I can't thank you enough, my friend. But wait, hang on. Oh, I completely forgot. Edmund must have charged you something for that repair. I owe you for that and for your trouble. Here, take what I have. I wish it could be more.
Ha! There's no need for payment. Yeah, it's not often someone picks a dwarf to be true love's messenger.
And people say that dwarves care for nothing but silver and gold. You've proven them all wrong. I'm going to tell everyone how generous and kind you've been. Thanks for all you've done.
Good things and good times come to you both. Farewell, Rowley.
Did you speak with Groff? What did he say? Will he bring us weapons?
I changed his mind. He'll bring you weapons soon.
Excellent. My only concern now is the time it will take. What if we need to defend the town before the dwarf-made goods arrive? Maybe you could help me with that as well.
How so?
I can tell by your gear that you are no stranger to a fight. If you should have occasion to, well, let's say, recover any weapons you don't need, bring them to me, and I will pay you for them.
I'll bear that in mind. Farewell.
Escutando um som de sininho. Não tem nada escondido aqui.
This is Fornost, yet I see no sign of the enemy.
These ruins could hide a large army. We might even now be under the gaze of unfriendly eyes.
Well, we came to provide a distraction for Aragorn, and what better way to do that than walking in the front door? Let's be about it.
Servants of darkness!
Shavad!
A movimentação é um pouquinho lenta, mas vai ficar, acho que até um pouquinho mais realista, né? Dizer assim. Essas caixinhas tem que quebrar tudo, porque às vezes tem item de missão secundária nelas. Quebra tudo. E é bom sempre igual os cantinhos, que sempre tem algum ouro, coisa escondida. Por exemplo, o anão às vezes ele encontra paredes que tem quebrar. E o patrulheiro, o guardião, ele encontra rastros também. A elfa eu não sei, não cheguei a jogar com ela muito.
Archers on the stairs!
Ficava tentando acertar o de trás, mas tava pegando no corpinho da frente ainda. Esses ataques letais não são muito variados, mas são bem legais. Ah, o anão com armas de 2 mãos, ele ataca bem ligeiro. Mas com machado.
The gate has opened.
Really? Coisa que poderia ter também é uma mecânica de travar no alvo. E às vezes tu vai bater no inimigo, se tu meio que erra a direção, ele desvia totalmente o ataque. Então é pra lá, né? Por exemplo, aqui com o patrulheiro, guardião, desculpa, tem um esconderijo de suprimentos que os outros guardiões deixam. Com o anão não deu pra encontrar. Tá, faz sentido, né? Uma coisa boa é que não tem limite de estamina. Corre, não que corra muito rápido, mas... Trancadinha. Tem umas pedras também, às vezes super baixinhas, ou algo do gênero, que tu fica totalmente trancado, não consegue passar. Que nem algum jogo que tu não consegue subir alguma parede, muito óbvio, algo do gênero, eu digo, né? O personagem não teve treinamento pra isso. É até correto, né, que o aliado te tranque, né? Aquela coisa mágica, tu atravessar. Aqui, ó. Ó.
This stone seems weak.
Ela tava dando conflito com o ponto de interesse e aqui. Ó, mas... Que par. Só depois. Lá mais uns. Aqui eu vejo depois também. Ai, caramba. Bem igualzinho do Gimli. Ó. Timba. Verdade. Pra nível baixo. Ó, equipado. Tinha alguma coisa lá atrás. Tá me cheirando a... Parece cilada. Ei. Falei?
Everyone unhurt. These ruins are not sound.
We must find a way out of these pits.
There's a hidden way through this wall.
Não é... Entende muito de pedra e construção, né? Por isso que ele identifica fácil essas partes escondidas. Ah. Eita. Essa aguinha aqui que cai... Espero que não seja um esgoto Goblin. Mas acho que não, é óleo. Que isso aqui também foi meio que uma oportunidade perdida. Ó, esse óleo que tá pegando fogo, mas ele não dá dano. Acho que alguém esqueceu desse pequeno detalhe. Opa! Codifiquei, mas não coloquei a mecânica. Certamente foi o estagiário. Tô brincando, gente.
These goblins are small, but deadly all the same.
Pegar os arqueiros. E defesa contra flecha aqui só com escudo, eu acho. Eu não cheguei a testar. Mas com arma corpo a corpo não dá pra defender. Mas meio que poderia dar, né? Quem tivesse que fazer uma defesa na hora certa, sei lá. Até que já tá aqui, vai pegar esse baú só pra voltar tudo depois. Ai. Ah, sem vergonha. Bolinho é uma pegada um pouco Dark Souls.
Take refuge here. I will shield us from their arrows and bolts.
The gate has opened.
Esse escudo aqui ele cura. Ah, nosso amigo tá com dual wield já. Nossa, um martelo e um machado. Esse é King mesmo. Até a maga tá com uma mace. Brabona. Coisa que eles nunca souberam fazer direito. Assim, tá, o War in the North. Perdão, o Shadow of Mordor ali e o... Como é que é o nome do outro? É Shadow of War, né? É um jogo bem legal, né? Só que ele me... eu primeiro até joguei todo, o segundo joguei um pouco. Mas eu achei ele um tantinho repetitivo. Ele é legal porque ele é meio que mundo aberto, né? Que seria legal se eles fizessem um estilo esse aqui, mundo aberto também. É muito bacana. Tem que subir aqui pra... Ai, meu Deus. Bugzinho. Falei. Ó.
What creature could be making those cries?
Dar uma pausa por aqui pro vídeo não ficar muito longo. Depois eu continuo postando o resto da saga, tá, pessoal? Obrigado quem assistiu até agora. E quem gostou, convido a se inscrever, né? Ajuda bastante. Tá? Valeu, um abraço.